Hello again. We do Angelina Jordan videos on this channel. And there was a time when we used to do weekly, but now it can be anything from 2 weeks or 5 weeks or 10-week gap from one to the other. And today we're back to our usual format where Angelina, out of the blue, is covering a song from nearly 30 years ago. I'm not sure how she discovers these songs. Maybe she heard the song in a movie. Maybe she just heard it casually on the wireless. And today's song is You'll Be in My Heart. This song was originally written in 1997 by Phil Collins, and it featured in the Tarzan movie. And it's one of the most covered songs from the 90s. And to introduce us to the song, let's hear a fairly straight version from Michael Crawford. He's an English singer, and this is from an album where he does covers of Disney songs.
Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry.
Next, we're going to the Grand Ole Opry. I believe that's Nashville, Tennessee, and this is unmistakably country. And this is Maddie and Tay. Same song, completely different feel.
Come stop your crying, it'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken.
Next, we're going to Indonesia, and we're meeting Nikki. This song was absolutely massive in Indonesia, and I would call this version electronic, and it sounds very auto-tuned to me as well.
Come stop the crying, it'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken.
Next, we're going to Brigham Young University, and we're meeting an a cappella group called Vocal Points. They've been around more than 20 years with a continuously changing cast. And when you have 7 or 9 members doing harmonies, it can sound very rich indeed.
Come stop your crying, it'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. When destiny calls you, you must be strong. I may not be with you, but you got to hold on. They'll seem tired.
Next, we're going to hear a version from Usher. He's probably one of the best-selling singers of the 21st century, and his version you have to really call R&B, rhythm and blues.
Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight now. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong now. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. Said I'm gonna be here, don't you
Next three versions we hear are all AI generated. Yes, I know some of you are filled with horror to hear these, but we are in the 21st century, and the three versions go from soulful to relaxing R&B, and then orchestral. And all three are technically without fault, but when you hear the soulful one, compare it to Angelina's version at the end. And when you hear the R&B version, compare it to what we've just heard from Usher. And then for the orchestral version, this is followed by Andrea Bocelli, the famous tenor. And compare the AI version to what he communicates when he sings.
Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry.
Frail and so small, yet you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I'll be here, don't you cry.
You'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore.
Io curerò queste lacrime. Resta con me e sentirai che la mia anima è qui, ti protegge, sarà per sempre con te. Ama e vedrai, io sarò con te nei giorni bui, nelle difficoltà.
Next, we're going to hear the original by Phil Collins, which he himself wrote. This song first appeared in the Disney movie Tarzan, and Disney has quite a history. A good 100 years. Mickey Mouse first appeared. I would say Walt Disney is to the history of cinema, as Henry Ford is to the history of automobiles. They got their foot in the door very early, and then, although they were competitors, their name stands out as being totally groundbreaking in their field. Walt Disney in 1928 gave us Mickey Mouse. A few years later, he gave us Goofy. And growing up every Sunday night, being taken to Disney World, these characters, Mickey Mouse and Goofy, almost felt like part of the family. And Disney's 1940 movie Fantasia is when I heard classical music for the first time in the form of Johann Sebastian Bach. This song was written by Phil Collins as a devoted tribute to his 10-year-old daughter, and she herself has glowing memories of this song.
Is there one Phil Collins song that just brings you right back to when you were like 5 years old?
Yeah, You'll Be in My Heart from Tarzan.
Yeah.
It was written as a lullaby to me when I was younger. And,
oh, wow.
He knew that I mean, we grew up watching Disney shows and movies together, so that was his way of kind of being able to do it for his kid.
And Phil Collins actually went on to win an Academy Award for this song as well.
The Oscar goes to Phil Collins for You'll Be in My Heart.
You don't know what this means to me. You don't know what this means to my kids.
Don't stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry.
And we finally come to Angelina Jordan, yet again, when she covers a song, she brings a certain level of expression that we haven't heard before. It's almost like she's explaining the song to us. She's explaining the lyric, she's explaining the mood, and she's just using the music as a vehicle. It is a different experience to listen to her cover.
Stop you crying, it'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart, no matter what they say. You'll be in my heart always.
It's amazing how one song can have so many different covers, capturing so many different moods. This variety makes music fascinating, and it provides something for everyone. I believe Angelina Jordan herself supplies something for everyone. It's just a matter of discovering it. We will continue to look at the world of Angelina in the future. Okay, gang, I'm out here. Catch you later. Bye.